Alongside John Kozak, I am Christian Piles. And we're excited for these World Team Trials, men's freestyle finals. We got 8 total matches, John. A trip to Final X on the line.
Yeah, we got just a great set of finals ahead of us. A mix between guys who have been on the circuit, stars in men's freestyle, and then also the new guys, the young guys coming up. So I am so excited about the set of finals we have getting ready to go down in just a few minutes.
The positive side of losing some legends is you get to see some new faces really make a name for themselves, and we've seen a lot of that this weekend, and really starting at 65 kilograms. Brock Hardy, Real Woods. You know, Brock, not unfamiliar to freestyle, but we hadn't seen him really dip his toe strongly at the senior level, and he makes his name very well known here, making it to the finals.
Yeah, Brock Hardy's a guy, U23 world bronze medalist, won it a couple of years ago, and you look at that, you're like, U23s maybe wasn't the best bracket, but in that bracket was Olympic champion Kayuka, who did not place. So, I mean, it gives you a little taste of maybe what the potential for Brock Hardy is on the freestyle scene.
And then you got Real Woods, who was so impressive against Jesse Mendez. Got an early takedown, and his go-behinds are absolutely fantastic, and his gut wrench is what blew that match wide open.
Yeah, Real Woods is a guy who can score a lot of points early.
And we are set to go here in the black and red, Real Woods Cliff Keen Wrestling Club. And in the blue, there's a sweep single right away from Real Woods, and it's those fast starts we've been talking about. He gets in deep on the shot, comes around the body looking for 2, and he gets it. Now, you got to be careful here if you're Brock Hardy, the way you defend, and he's able to square up a little folk-style defense there. And they give the 2, and they're considering Pavel Delagnev picked up the brick, but decided not to throw it. Yeah, it was close.
2 points. You might need that challenge later on, so you're probably thinking risk-reward here in this instance.
And it's Brock Hardy. If it's a win for Brock Hardy, it's probably a shootout, but there it is. There's a 4 from Real Woods. The power of Real Woods on display already here.
We said it, Real Woods, fast starter, but Brock Hardy's a guy, he's tricky. He can put up points as well. We saw that against Seth Gross earlier, 19 points.
Here's the thing. If you give up 4 more points, there ain't no comeback. The match is over. Hardy's got to stop the bleeding. He's got to get himself on the scoreboard. He's getting brought to the zone here. High single leg for Real Woods, trying to build that lead. Rubber knee there by Brock Hardy, trying to get that foot out, and they stop it.
Ooh. Not a fan of that.
Stop that.
And if you're Real Woods, opportunity missed there. You can even get a step out. At very least, you're thinking step out.
Yeah, Hardy's putting the knee in danger there. He's a big boy. He can handle that position. 2-on-1, and it's Hardy stepping in on a shot, head outside. Trying to take the hands off is Real Woods, and he does. Back up onto their feet they go. Minute 40 to go in the first period.
Yeah, good job there from Hardy, getting your offense going, but great defense. Real Woods just gets those hands, peels them apart, and gets his legs free.
Well, we got some blood somewhere. Oh, it's Real Woods' eye. Yes, his left eye is cut open. So an interesting start here. And for Brock Hardy, as bad as the start is, you got to find a way to hang on, get on the board, and see how the second period could potentially treat you.
Right. I think really you could look at it for a good stoppage for both guys. We know Real Woods, fast starts, maybe sometimes fades a little bit, but good stop for Brock Hardy. Maybe kind of get his senses a little bit, hear from his corner, make some adjustments after a tough start. And it looks like maybe Brock Hardy also has a cut. He's getting tended to as well. All the attention was on Real Woods, but I think Hardy's got some blood on him as well on top of his head there.
So recapping this one, it was Real Woods getting it started. Sweep single leg, quick finish for 2, and then the head pinch for 4. And he's been able to score with that pretty consistently throughout the weekend. Brock Hardy back to center. Looks like they're cleaned up. Mats are staying dry. And back underway. Both drop levels as soon as the whistle blows. Left-handed collar there. Trying to paw at the head is Brock Hardy. Hardy got in once. Was not able to finish. Real Woods, an All-American at the University of Iowa. Stanford as well. Finished his career at Iowa. Now, the University of Michigan, training at the Cliff Keen Wrestling Club. Brock Hardy, NCAA finalist this year at 141 for Nebraska Cornhuskers. He's got more time on the mat. A nice low level, perfectly timed shot by Real Woods. Standing single leg, great head position. The leg is straight, but once again, Hardy able to fight out of it with that crazy knee. And did Real Woods step out? I thought he did. 2 red offered by the whistle. I'm not sure for what. And then a high crotch now for Brock Hardy. Drops him down. They're going to say grounded. I thought he picked him up.
I think this is when you maybe throw the brick. I feel like that should be a step out for Hardy. I feel like 1 point for Hardy there. I think Woods stepped out.
He's before, even without the lift, I thought there was a
both
step
times.
out. Yes.
Yeah. But no brick, and score remains 6-0, 20 seconds to go in this first period.
And for Coach Snyder and Delagnev, happened the furthest point away from them on the mat. Now front headlock here again. This is tight across the jaw of Brock Hardy. This is a bad position for Brock, but runs out of time. And they were out of time. 6-0. Man, what an interesting first period. Feels like a lot of things can go a lot of different ways, just in the interpretation and the timing and everything going on.
Yeah, and if you're Brock Hardy, you feel like so close to scoring a couple different times. Things might be trending a little bit in his way after the really quick start from Real Woods.
Of course, Joey McKenna waits the winner here in Final X, June 14th, Newark, New Jersey, live on FloWrestling. You're not going to want to miss that. Just like you're not going to want to miss this second period of Real Woods versus Brock Hardy.
Final X, a best of 3. These finals, 1 match. Winner goes to Final X.
And hands to the face, attention against Real Woods. Snap there by Brock Hardy, trying to run short offense. Good recovery from Real Woods, but Hardy continuing to attack. Drops in on that foot, but you see Real able to get it back, and he's really good at this go-behind position where he kind of switches arms. But it's Brock Hardy dropping in, and it seemed like he picked him up and dropped him out of bounds. 1 offered by the judge. The chair says 1, and that's an identical situation to what Brock Hardy did at the end of the first period. And on this occasion, it's 1.
Yeah, definitely some points left on the mat here for Hardy, but still 2 minutes to go, just 5 points down. It is important to note, Real Woods has that 4.
Sweep single leg for Real Woods. Now he drops in, he's doubled off. That's not 2 yet, he's got to work up. And Brock Hardy's sitting on his head. That's going to make it pretty tough to do.
Brock's tricky to finish here, really flexible hips, really dangerous with that chest wrap.
And more blood for Real Woods. As that eye has a pretty solid cut on it, the left eye of Real Woods.
Yeah, I was beginning to say before that last sequence, Real Woods has the 4-pointer in his back pocket, so he'll hold criteria unless Brock Hardy gets a 4-point of his own.
Yes. Brock Hardy will have to get to 7 points regardless to take the lead in this match. At minimum, he's got to score 7.
Yep.
Brock has been able to get to legs almost completely unstoppable this tournament. And their nice low shot again. Same single leg by Real Woods, and he gets it standing. That foot on his shoulder. Tough position, but it's a headlock for Brock Hardy. He had it locked up for a moment there. Now sealing off is Brock Hardy, trying to find the leg, but he gives up the 2. What a finish by Real Woods, extending his lead 8-1.
8-1, 90 to go. Woods is dangerous on top.
And driving those feet, is he going to get it? Wow. Yes, he is. The gut wrench is 10-1. He's a point away from ending this one, John.
Yeah, and you could see Brock Hardy look up at the scoreboard, knowing time is running out. 1:15 to go here. 10-1. One more point will do it for Real Woods.
Does Real Woods go for it? Does he try to get that final point and just end it? Shot by Brock Hardy, caught by Real Woods. Go behind attempt here. They've been in this position before, and it was Hardy who scored. What happens this time? As Real attempts to run behind. Nothing yet.
Oh.
This could be a potential score, and that's going to be 2 for Brock Hardy, and he's
In
got a lace. Could be trouble here. 2 more for Brock Hardy. Can he keep it going? It's going to be 10-5. He's got this lace. He cannot let it go. He lost the ankles for a moment. Now switching to a bow and arrow, 10-5. But Brock Hardy's not going to be able to get it. That could have been his chance.
Wow, Real Woods able to find that ankle, and I think that's what held Brock Hardy from turning that into more than 1 or 2 turns.
And the blood, once again, going to stop a little bit of the momentum of this match.
Yeah, man, this match, you think Real Woods is going to put him away, and Brock Hardy just hanging on, still with some hope here. 5 points down.
And Real, I think, needs to stop going to that go-behind finish he looked for. It's kind of unconventional how he kind of opens up his hips on that go-behind. Brock has almost got to step out, and then just got 4 points on it. I think he needs to adjust course on that move.
Yeah, and I think it is unique to Brock Hardy just because of his feel, the way he can scramble, hold on, his flexibility. And so on most guys, maybe that would work. Maybe he can get away with that, but certainly not here on Brock Hardy.
Gable wrap coming for Real Woods. Coach Kevin Jackson and Alex Daring are in the corner for Real.
So 41 seconds.
Underway. Final 40 to go. Real Woods trying to hang on. Brock Hardy trying to get back in this match. Single leg attempt. Once again, front headlock for Real Woods. Does he squeeze and hold here? He's got a tight head pinch there. This is going to be a tough position for Brock Hardy to score, and they stalemate it now. 22 to go.
One of the things you can't see, it is hot and humid. These guys are slippery.
And caution in 1 offered and confirmed.
Okay, so now
10-6.
10-6. I think Hardy's still got to get to 11.
High crotch attempt there from Brock Hardy. It's shallow as he tries to step behind the other leg. Nothing yet, just 10 seconds to go. It's go for broke time if you're Brock Hardy. For Real Woods, you can hang in this position all day, and with 4 seconds to go, it's going to be Joey McKenna versus Real Woods, Final X, June 14th.
What a tournament from Real Woods.
Real was celebrating, I think accidentally hit Brock Hardy.
It's like Brock's like, one more eye poke, come on.
Yeah. And a great tournament for Brock Hardy, but Real Woods, the story here, an impressive performance. And to think, he was 5 seconds from losing to Aiden Valencia yesterday.
In the quarterfinals.
Yes.
And that shows you how close this 65-kilo weight is in America right now.
That was the narrative coming into this tournament. It could be anyone. And today it was Real Woods.
Real Woods, a lot of potential. Haven't seen him on the freestyle scene too much. Really looking forward to that matchup with Joey McKenna on June 14th. Christian, we got a big one coming up at 70 kilograms.
You know Duke Mafia's fired up for this one. He's got a whole mafia behind him, PJ Duke. And standing in his way, Virginia Tech's multi-All-American, high-flying Bryce Andonian. And here we go in the gray and blue. That's PJ Duke. And in the red, more orange, is Bryce Andonian. Right away, they're locked up. Attack from BJ Duke. And it's a over-under body lock that slows things down. These two hit at the Bill Farrell. Was a dominant win for PJ Duke, but Bryce Andonian, a guy with a wild skill set, can definitely make that adjustment.
Yeah, PJ Duke loves to get those control ties, upper body, trips, but Bryce Andonian loves to play with fire up there as well. So I am curious how these two will match up.
And he paused at that single leg. Reminds me of Reza Yazdani, who used to just fire that left-handed high single leg. Isaiah Martinez, another one, legendary high single leg, really quick to it. And if you think you got a high school guy about to make a run for a world team, you wouldn't think he'd do it being ultra physical and a bully.
Right.
But PJ Duke is.
Yeah, and he's had success this tournament. Takes out Ridge Lovett, national champion. Takes out Antrell Taylor, national champion. So it's not like he hasn't faced the competition.
Very even start so far. Andonian typically throws caution to the wind. I think he understands with PJ Duke it's got to be a little bit different. We're going to have a passivity warning against Bryce Andonian, and he will go on the shot clock.
Both of these wrestlers, U20 world bronze. PJ Duke earned his medal last year, but Bryce Andonian a few years ago.
Over tie there for PJ Duke is a nice level change. Tries to create that opening. And now goes to the other side. Does PJ Duke? Can't get in. Head position for Andonian as the point goes up for PJ Duke on the shot clock. Minute to go. Attention PJ for interlocking fingers. Level change for Andonian there. Throws that 2-on-1 by, tries to get to the leg. It's not there.
And you're seeing a really tactical Bryce Andonian here. A lot of times he's known for that style, going upper body, going big, but holding position, really playing the game here.
You know, PJ had the opening attack. Bryce Andonian put the over-under body lock on, and since that time, PJ's approach has been a little more cautious as he's going to get warned for passivity, his first warning. Collar tie goes the other way, does PJ Duke. Does a good job attacking both sides. Andonian's got a blast double leg he'll fire to go along with his upper body skills. Just 10 seconds to go. Attack from PJ Duke because he's got that underhook driving forward. What's going to be the call here on the edge? 2 offered, 2 confirmed by the judge. It's 3-0 PJ Duke.
PJ Duke scoring with 6 seconds left in the period. That's a veteran move.
Looking for more. It's not over. Drop in on the single and just runs out of time. Andonian almost made a critical error. Could have given up a go behind.
Yeah. PJ Duke, just 18. He's looking like a veteran here.
Absolutely. In the corner for PJ Duke, that's Zane Rutherford and Coach KD. And for Andonian, it's Jared Freyer, coach for Virginia Tech, and Caleb Henson. Andonian knocked off Henson in the semis to get to this match. They're teammates in a tight 3-2 match. And here we go. Underway, second period. It's a 3-0 lead, and now Andonian attacks, and he knows he's got a margin to make up. He punches that underhook left side. PJ able to clear it. Hard pull for PJ Duke.
Yeah, if you're Bryce Andonian,
nice shot to the body lock for PJ Duke. They're both locked up. Who's it going to be? I think that's PJ. We'll see who stepped out. They go 2 blue offered, 4 red offered, and they're going to conference here.
Now I don't know if PJ stepped out of bounds before the counter. If he did step out, then I think it's Andonian's points.
And that'll be the question. And this is so similar to the PJ Duke
Yes.
Melvin Miller match, where PJ looked like he stepped out first and then hit a nasty counter. But by rule, he would not be able to hit that counter if you step out first. So they're going to talk this out. They're going to make a call. And almost either way, you're probably going to see a brick. And they're going to go 4 red, I believe.
One red.
One red on the step out. So
Okay.
this may be the scenario we don't see a brick.
Right.
Because you see some backfiring bricks sometimes. So 3-1 now. And Andonian going to continue to attack. 3-1 the score. 2:30 to go. 2-on-1 there. Now an underhook right side for Bryce Andonian. Level change Andonian. Comes up with an underhook the other way. Definite change of style in this second period.
Yeah, it looks like Andonian kind of wants to be up there.
Well, certainly. That's how he's made his bones. Now, dropping in was Duke, but well defended by Andonian. Andonian's done a good job. He lost by fall last time these two wrestled in November. Now much more pragmatic and tactical approach. High single leg really quickly in. And look how he comes in.
Oh, wow.
Great hips, but
Wow.
no score. Like a cat, PJ Duke able to evade. 1:43 to go. Dropping in now around the body. Good head position for PJ Duke. And the athleticism of Duke to escape. You think he's this brawler, super physical guy, but when he's under attack, you see that athleticism.
Incredible defense, and you can feel the tension. It's just inches away from one guy going big.
Hard shot, body lock for Bryce Andonian. Somehow getting his feet back, walking the tightrope is PJ Duke. I don't think he stepped out. And keeping that, now double legs him right off the mat and gets one more. Smart edge wrestling there by PJ Duke. 4-1, minute 9 to go.
Duke inches away from stepping out, able to turn his butt to the center and get a step out of his own. Again, looking like a veteran here.
But with Bryce Andonian, the 4-point threat is always there.
Yep.
53 to go. Level change, Bryce Andonian. Duke defending very well. Another shot for Bryce Andonian. Keeping his head down is PJ Duke. Another shot from Bryce Andonian. Well defended by the Penn State commit. You see PJ Duke's right hand keeping that wrist tied up, really the hand of Andonian. Now comes around the body. Good job just clearing out of those ties. Understands that when he's in the underhook, Andonian can use that overhook. Now he's in that seatbelt. PJ looks at the clock. Bryce Andonian has 9 seconds. He's got to score. Duke wants to hold on. Can he do it? Drops into the single leg. On both knees, 3 seconds to go. PJ Duke is going to do it. The high schooler runs the gauntlet at the World Team Trials, gives a hug. Unbelievable.
That's Duke's dad over there. Goes over, celebrates, and we're going to see PJ Duke, Yanni Diakomahalis, June 14th, Final X.
The Empire State can't wait for that one. Two New York legends.
And really smart match wrestled there by PJ Duke. It wasn't the match we saw 6 months ago,
No.
but not a ton of points, but a lot of action, a lot of impressive athleticism, technique. Good stuff there from the high school senior.
The Duke Mafia rolls on. Very excited about this win. And an unbelievable showing by PJ Duke. And really, Bryce Andonian wrestled a really smart match. But Duke a little more tactical, a little more physically daunting.
He had his opportunities, edge of the mat. You know, almost got the takedown there that Duke was able to get away from, but Duke comes out on top.
Now we're headed up to 74 kilograms. David Carr versus Jacques. Jacques pulled the, I wouldn't even call it an upset. He's beaten Quincy Monday before, and he did it again yesterday. Now he's trying to take out David Carr. who came into the U.S. Open a favorite to win, but fell in pretty dominant fashion to Mitchell Messenbrink, who now waits in Final X, the winner of this bout. Handshake, and here we go. 74-kilogram finals in the red. That's David Carr, Cyclone RTC, and in the blue from Missouri, Jacques, Tiger Style.
Yeah, Jacques overlooked by a lot of people, but showed how good he is in that semifinal match against Quincy Monday.
Swing single, David Carr.
David Carr just masterful at getting to a single, transitioning immediately into a leg lace.
Jacques has a really interesting feel, and for Carr, a lot of his offense is becoming from space and from even further out than you would normally see. I think that's slowed him down to an extent.
These two wrestled in the semifinals of the U.S. Open. David Carr came out on top 11-0.
He hit a really nice chest wrap in that match. Carr brings a lot of danger to the mat, not just his offense, his defense. He's certainly the complete package. We saw that at FloWrestling Night in America. Nice double from space. Now over under, and they go out of bounds. One offered, two offered. What's going to be the call? One on the step out. Shot from Jacques. Now 1:25 to go here as Carr jumps out to a 1-0 lead. As you see, when Carr level changes there, he's looking for that left to right misdirection single. Of course, at FloWrestling Night in America, David Carr beat Olympic silver medalist Daichi Takatani. Very impressive win there. Pounce double there by Carr, cleared out by Jacques.
We're seeing Carr fire off a lot of different kinds of attacks, but hasn't been able to get to the leg cleanly just yet. And that's really credit to Jacques holding position, not giving him that opening.
35 to go. And for Jacques, this is probably the style, the type of match you want to win. You're not going to win a shootout against David Carr. Single leg. Carr still can't get in. Low shot by Jacques. That was nice. And they stop it. And that's another one of those scenarios where the defender's putting their knee in that situation, but on two occasions in these finals, it's bailed out the defending wrestler.
Yeah, and really smooth attack there from Jacques. Haven't really seen much of it, this match, but prove that he can at least get in.
At the break, just a 1-0 lead for David Carr on that step out. Jacques right in it.
Yeah, 1-0. It's just kind of what we've seen from Carr this tournament. Offense a little slow getting started, but as the match goes on, builds. And 15 seconds left to go in the break. We got some heat coming up with 79, Hamiti versus Haynes, and 86, Dake versus Starocci.
Unbelievable set of finals. But first, this second period, what adjustments are made in that corner. Jacques pounces forward, and it's a short drag attempt off the single leg by David Carr. He's really picking up his pace a little bit and attack rate. One way, then the other. High crotch, David Carr. Crackdown finish, trying to get it.
This is where Jacques is tricky.
He's really good counter offense. Good job lifting his feet off the mat. That's much better for David Carr. Double ankle defense for Jacques. Nothing yet. Carr still improving, and I think you let that go. Especially in a 1-0 match. Let them wrestle that out. You let them stand there and look at each other for 3 minutes. Let them be on the mat for a minute. Let's see what happens. I believe someone scores if they let that go. Single leg head pinch attempt there for Jared Jacques. And they're going to stop it. Activity time for Jacques. He's going on the clock.
And if you're Jacques here, you don't change anything. You're not afraid to give up a point. Keeps you within a takedown of taking the lead.
Seven seconds on that shot clock, minute 47 to go. And there's that point, it goes up, it's now 2-0 for Carr. But as mentioned, any 2-point move for Jacques will put him in the lead. So it's certainly on a razor's edge here. 90 to go. Can Jacques get back in that leg again? Another double leg from Carr. Minute 17 now. And attention to Carr for interlocking fingers, minute 14 to go.
I don't like that call.
And so now Carr for passivity.
Carr has been the aggressor this entire match. You don't have to put him on the clock.
A nice fake and then a shot by David Carr, but now it's double ankles again here for Jared Jacques. And going to be a tough position to score. And that time you could tell they were just kind of hanging down, keeping their heads low. No one wanted to pop up and try to score. 49 seconds to go. I don't think we will see Carr put on the shot clock. .40 seconds to go. If you're Carr, do you play defense or do you try to score again? Given the trickiness of Jared Jacques. Do you just try to play a nice baseline game?
I think you do. Jacques has only gotten in on his leg once.
There's a shot.
Hold position if you're Carr here.
And picking up the hand fights, Jared Jacques. Another shot from Jacques. 10 seconds to go. Carr trying to find a way to maintain his defense as Jacques continues to attack, centers up, and that's going to do it. 2-0 win for David Carr. June 14th, Final X, Mitchell Messenbrink versus David Carr.
Looking forward to that one for sure. We saw Messenbrink come out on top at the U.S. Open, but that's a match that David Carr can definitely get back. Going to be highly competitive. Props to Jacques keeping it a competitive match, but David Carr, the best guy in this bracket at 74 kilograms. And now, Christian, we are moving up to 79 kilos. We got Dean Hamiti, we got Levi Haynes, couple of NCAA champions.
What's up, David? Congrats.
Guys, man.
Just shaking all our hands. Oh, boy. All right, it's going to be the 79-kilogram finals. DJ Hamiti, Levi Haynes. Here we go. In the blue, that's Hamiti. In the red, it's Haynes. These two last wrestled in the NCAA semifinals. Hamiti won. Levi Haynes has looked outstanding in this tournament, as has Hamiti. Nice low shot. Hamiti comes up standing with it, but a great job by Levi getting that foot on the mat, stopping the opening score. It was a one takedown match when they wrestled in the NCAA semis. A beautiful pick by Hamiti.
Yeah, Hamiti's so dangerous with those low-level attacks, but also really dangerous counter scorer as well.
And a little eye poke there. He'll gather himself. Maybe a contact issue. He had one fall out in the semifinal match.
Yeah, sometimes those contacts, they roll around in the eye. Got to get it back in the center.
And that's why you wrestle with glasses on. That could never happen.
Yeah, glasses, they just fall off. Keep going.
No problem.
Yeah.
All right, back underway. 45 seconds into this one, no score. Haynes loves to inject that physicality, hard, tenacious hand fight into his match. There you see that left hand pulse, and he tries to pick with that right. Swing single by Levi Haynes. Heavy hips by Dean Hamiti. Staying under is Haynes, trying to come up to get at least one. Now drop it to the other leg. And there's going to give up the two. Haynes strikes first with the takedown.
Yeah, and I think the difference here in freestyle compared to folk, DJ did a concerted effort trying to stay from giving up a step out. Circled in, and in doing so, allowed Levi to finish that single leg there.
And that just shows the difference. Levi Haynes on a single leg against Hamiti versus everyone else.
Right.
Everyone else, Hamiti is getting those legs back, and he's working his offense from that leg attack. In this instance, Haynes was able to come up to his feet, and there's a nice low-level shot from DJ Hamiti. Now he's getting a lift. Can he score? His head's deep. Trying to get exposure. Nothing yet, but he is close. And trying to take him through. That's going to be two for Hamiti.
Can he transition?
He was looking for that lace. Now he's on the gut wrench. 2-2, Hamiti's favor. 2 attacks, 2 scores.
That's an area where I feel like Hamiti can improve and make gains in freestyle. The transition offense from getting that takedown to a parterre. I think he can make some gains in that area.
Collar inside control there. Forehead to forehead they go. Some great exchanges so far. Left-handed collar for Hamiti now. Haynes definitely initiating a lot. Now he drops in on the leg. Re-attack, Dean Hamiti, nothing. Back to the hand fight, 15 seconds to go. Who will try to score? It's Levi Haynes in on the single leg. Trying to square up, he wants a step out. Great job, I thought he got under. One offered by the judge, white paddled by the chair. I thought he maybe got under enough to get a step out. That's 2 times he's been able to do that. Really extended on the single and somehow able to bring Hamiti to his feet. It's very impressive. And that's gonna do it for the first period. 2-2 Hamiti's lead, but just by criteria.
Really competitive first period. Expect the same in the second. Curious if Hamiti is able to get his offense going anymore. We saw him get in a couple times. Can he open it up, get there again in the second period? The power of Haynes has been the difference for him offensively so far.
All right, 3 minutes to go. Whistle blows, and now we're underway.
I believe Haynes is the only one who was called for passivity in the first period.
And so far, the nice single leg for Hamiti, but he's extended. Can he improve, or is he just holding on for the stalemate? It looks like that's the case. Action stops. They go back up on their feet 20 seconds into the second period. It's not a complicated recipe for both guys. They've both been successful off their own attacks. A nice re-attack as I say that, and now a re-attack from Haynes, who initiated the exchange initially. Now doubling off, trying to get 2, and he's gonna get 2. Hamiti trying to get the left leg of Haynes and may have just put himself in a leg lace. Could be trouble here for DJ Hamiti, but as it stands, he's able to get out of it. That was pretty crafty. It looked like that could have been disastrous for Hamiti, but instead, just 2.
Yeah, it looked like he almost crossed his own legs to try to avoid giving up that takedown, but really you got to look at that as a win, only giving up 2 points. Beautiful exchange there.
Low shot for Hamiti. And he once again looking for that swing single leg. And maybe he paws at that and then goes for the low ankle on the other side. He is a dual threat, attacks both sides with speed and precision, as does Levi Haynes. And a bit of an errant shot there by Hamiti. Could have put himself in a precarious situation. Now it's a reattack for Levi Haynes. Single leg locked around the crotch now is Hamiti, but a good lift by Levi Haynes. 2 offered, 2 confirmed, and now Levi Haynes a 6-2 lead. And really, it feels like Hamiti sort of initiated. He took kind of an errant shot, maybe was rushing things a little bit. And like a dog on a bone, Haynes saw his opportunity, wound up on that single leg, and was able to get the finish. Winner here will face Evan Wick in Final X, the winner of the US Open. Now another shot from Hamiti, looking to run behind is Levi Haynes. Tight front headlock. Dropping on the foot, nothing doing. And 43 seconds to go for Hamiti. He's gonna need 2 2s to take the lead here. Another shot, and now another re-attack from Levi Haynes. That is where he is so good, and now it's gonna be 8-2. Levi Haynes starting to run away with it. Now he's got a bow and arrow on his mind. And they stop the bow and arrow.
28 to go. Hamiti needs a little bit of a Hail Mary here.
6-point lead for Levi Haynes. He's done an outstanding job with those 4 takedowns against Hamiti. A very tough guy to take down, and pass by attempt from Hamiti ends up with a single leg for Haynes, making it 10-2. And that's likely how this one is gonna end. 10-2 final. Levi Haynes into Final X.
Great performance there from Haynes. 2-2 at the break. Scores 8 unanswered in the second, and Levi Haynes headed to Final X June 14th, where he'll take on Evan Wick.
Great showing there by Levi. Very impressive, and now Kyle Dake and Carter Starocci take the mat.
Yeah, we got a lot of good matches remaining, but man, this might be the most anticipated. It feels like the main event here. Starocci, Dake.
When you think gamer, when you think competitor, you think of both of these guys.
Yeah.
But when you think senior level Team USA legend, the answer is Kyle Dake. But Carter Starocci concludes his NCAA career the only 5-time national champion. He takes out Chance Marsteller. And now to get to Zahid Valencia, he'll have to beat his teammate Kyle Dake. We are underway, 86 kilograms. In the blue, that's Carter Starocci. And in the red, Kyle Dake.
This match is going to tell us a lot about both wrestlers, but especially Starocci. Is he ready to contend for world medals on the senior level right now?
Level change attempt there by Kyle Dake. We've got a black eye against Parker Kekais, and mean double leg from Parker. Split his eye open. Then Dake went on to score 11 unanswered after that. Powerful chest wrap on display. And Dake takes one to the eye, gathers himself. Much has been discussed about Kyle Dake making the move up from 74 to 86, a 26-pound jump, how he would look. He's looked fantastic, but to get back on the world team, he's gonna have to beat some greats. Carter Starocci right here, and then potentially Zahid Valencia, should he win. Collar and underhook there by Carter Starocci. As he snaps out of that hook. The question for Kyle Dake, can he get to the legs of Carter Starocci and score? Starocci used expert timing to take down Chance Marsteller. Fired a single leg, it was defended. He dropped right back in, finished a double to a lace, and that was essentially the match. Low stance there from Dake, trying to drive. Neither guy has even really approached the zone. They've been locked up in the middle of the mat. Someone's going on the clock soon, and it's going to be Carter Starocci.
Yeah, so much of Dake's offense, especially as his career has progressed, has been predicated upon his control ties, his power, controlling the center of the mat. And can he do that here against Starocci? Hasn't been able to show it too much just yet.
See, at the senior level, sometimes they really use that first period as a feeling out process, getting a little bit of information, and they really formulate their strategy for that second period, and that really feels like what we've seen in this bout. Point goes up. Dake into the lead, 1-0. Both guys showing extreme caution against the other. They both know an errant attack could have disastrous consequences. And they're both wrestling as such as Dake changes levels, tries to score, nothing there. Good fake from Carter Starocci, garners a reaction. 13 to go here in the first period. Another level change from Starocci, shot by Kyle Dake. And Starocci picked up the hands a little bit after one, right those last 10 seconds. Something to note, 30 seconds for the break, and then they'll be back out here. Just a 1-0 lead for Kyle Dake, and you have to assume if things don't change, Dake will go on the shot clock. I believe he's already been warned.
Yep, and this is the match we expected to see. Tactical, low scoring, defensive. Neither wrestler putting themselves in any risk. So it feels like one exchange in the second period is going to decide this match.
So it's, Kozak mentioned this earlier, it is hot and muggy in this building, so these guys are extra sweaty, so they're headed back to the corners to get wiped down. So they're dry for at least 4 seconds of this match. Now back underway here in the second. Hard club by Carter Starocci. He's picking up his hands, the motion on both sides escalating. Another shot attempt from Kyle Dake. Not fully committed though. Hand down there by Dake, and now Kyle Dake hit for passivity. He will go on the shot clock here, so he'll have 30 seconds to score. Another shot attempt. Just cannot get through the head hands of Carter Starocci. Carter's positioning has really set him apart. 2:15 to go now. 13 on the shot clock. Dake is having a hard time moving Starocci around. And there the point goes up. It's 1-1 in favor of Starocci by criteria. Now short offense position. Can Starocci try to score? They haven't been in this spot. And now Kyle Dake is in the zone here. Will Starocci try to, he was trying to pick him up and potentially get a step out, but they blow it dead prior. 1:47 to go. Starocci leads 1-1 by criteria.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a wrestler go on the activity clock again.
I agree. And now Dake trying to make his case for that, holding center, and it's working as the mat official begins to indicate towards Carter Starocci. Another shot attempt. Dake holding center and firing. Even those half shots could curry favor with the mat official. 1:22 to go.
And you see Dake.
Another shot. High crotch. Dake lifting. Trying to defend now is Carter Starocci. Head in the knee for Kyle Dake. He's in a decent position to finish. Can he pick that foot up? This could be the sequence that decides the match. He's stepping up in better position now is Kyle Dake. Nothing yet. There's the 2 for Kyle Dake. Takes the lead 3-1. 1 minute to go. And now a gut wrench for Kyle Dake. Is he even going to work for it? Is he going to save his energy? Not too often you see Kyle Dake not work hard for a gut wrench. That shows he knows he's got to hang on these 46 seconds because Starocci's about to unleash the storm, trying to get those points. Starocci will need a 2-point move or to get to 4 points. Starocci taking some ground. .25 as Starocci takes a shot. He grounds himself, so no step out. And they're going to go attention against Dake. They want to see him stay more engaged.
They're going to wipe this mat off. It is hot and humid in here. Guys are sweating. Yeah. Mat's getting slippery. We haven't seen Starocci get his hands locked yet on Kyle Dake's legs.
No.
21 to go.
And Starocci just circling, even though they're just circling around, even though they're trying to dry the mats. And then Dake continues to circle away. Uh-oh.
A little smile.
And that's hilarious. Okay, underway. Last 20 seconds. Starocci trying to get a score. In deep on the leg. Can he get it? But how does Dake get his legs back so easily? And he comes under. One not even offered. White paddled across the board. 10 seconds to go. Starocci going after him. That's going to be 1. Now, Starocci still has to get to 4 points. 3-3 doesn't get it done.
And a caution in 1.
And a caution in 1. It's 3-3. Dake's leading by criteria. 1 point now for Starocci will do it. He just needs a step out. Dake has to stay engaged. And a shot from Starocci. 5 seconds to go. Dake has to stay in the middle. Shot from Carter. Can he get the finish? What's the call? What's the call? Time is up. They don't do anything. They're saying no takedown.
We're going to see a challenge.
I mean, you have to throw the brick, or they're going to talk about it.
I thought time was still on the clock when Dake hit his butt, but he had the chest wrap. I don't think he exposed.
I don't either. But is it just a takedown? 2 blue, the call. As of right now, Carter Starocci just beat Kyle Dake, but there's a brick on the mat. They're going to look at it. They're going to determine if the takedown was earned.
Wow.
This would be unbelievable. They're already looking at it. For sure, Kyle Dake does not expose, but the call on the mat is a takedown.
Was time
and that's what they're looking
on the clock?
And that's the other question.
There was 6 seconds left when the action started.
And I don't see a clock
it's so
on
hard
the
to
scoreboard.
See.
Just an unbelievable, dramatic conclusion. And it's not certain which way this should go. This is something that's going to be debated. Is it 2? Is it not 2?
Watching it live, I thought there was a second still on the clock when Dake hit his butt. And so then the question, is that a takedown?
And now the chest wrap position, you see that commonly referred to when they're kind of between the legs on the double. He's head outside, has him drop down.
There it is.
And how much time do you see on the clock there? And now, does he pass all the way behind? You know, what's going to be the...
They're certainly taking a look at this. We know that you can't see at home the replays that we are looking at in the arena here. It is so close.
Normally, I have a strong feeling which way it should go. I don't have a strong feeling. I really, in this scenario, I don't know.
The call's coming in.
All right, let's watch. Take down Starocci.
No,
Oh,
no,
wait, no?
no.
He said 2 points blue. Wait.
Kyle Dake is the winner.
Whoa! They said 2 points blue. I'm sorry, Kyle Dake the winner.
Wow.
What did you hear?
I thought that I heard he did not meet takedown criteria, but then he said 2 points blue, but I think he has said it is canceled.
Oh my goodness, Kyle Dake wins, just hangs on.
Controversy for sure. We're going to be talking about this call for a long time.
Unbelievable.
And the first thing I'm doing after this final's over, going back, watching that replay for myself.
I also want to see what Tyler got on his camera.
What a match.
I mean, how about Carter? Congrats, Kyle. Good job.
What a match.
Oh, my gosh. My mind's spinning. You know, it's like you're watching wrestling history unfold either way. Kyle Dake winning that match that's still historic. This is his quest to stay on top at Team USA. And for Carter Starocci to get that close is such it's a huge, huge moment in the sport. And I cannot believe that was how it played out.
Well, and even the last 20 seconds, it felt like, okay, Dake's going to hold on, gives up the step out, gives up the caution. And then for Starocci to get in with 6 seconds and almost finish, just an amazing ending.
I'm in disbelief. Just not in the call, not in anything, but just that just happened in that way.
And now we're up to 92 kilograms. We got Josh Barr in the red out of Penn State, Nittany Lion Wrestling Club. Aiden Sinclair in the blue out of Missouri. Got an early eye poke. So we saw these two wrestle last spring. Aiden Sinclair won by tech fall at the U.S. Open. Josh Barr won 2 out of 3 to make the U20 World Team.
As you mentioned, the rivalry sets at 2-2. Sinclair, the Iron Man, making the finals of the U20 and U.S. Open senior level on the same 2 days. Incredible amount of wrestling and success for Sinclair. Now, once again, runs another gauntlet, makes the final here. Standing in his way, NCAA finalist Josh Barr. They both have teched each other. They both had close matches against one another. Shot by Aiden Sinclair, defended by Josh Barr, and there's a passivity warning.
And Barr's win over Sinclair to make the U20 World Team was really the beginning of his rise, his progression. It culminated in the NCAA runner-up finish last year. The wrestler has just gotten better and better.
Shot by Aiden Sinclair.
Aiden Sinclair, really good arm drags, really good in scramble positions. Josh Barr, he'll build as the match goes on, sets a really high pace. In his semifinal match, he beat Dustin Plott 10-4. He was trailing 4-4 at the break.
.30 seconds to go. 1-0 lead for Sinclair. The shot clock. Winner here is going to take on Trent Hidley at Final X. And that'll do it for the first period. 1-0 as the arena catches its breath. Sinclair leads.
Yeah, low scoring first period, but we often see Josh Barr build as the match goes on. So I'm expecting more points here in the second.
And right away, Barr getting some pops in, level changes, getting some reactions out of Aiden Sinclair. Shot and looking re-attack Sinclair. These guys are trying to stay one step ahead of the other. Barr, of course, made the finals, NCAAs this year. Just an amazing freshman campaign. Sinclair redshirted from Missouri. He's going to be in action. Likely at 184 for the Tigers. This competition is right around 200 pounds. Attention against Sinclair, and he is on the clock with that passivity warning. Shot by Sinclair, caught by Barr. Barr buries his head right in that shoulder. Makes it tough, and Sinclair, I think, was like, man, I can't do anything from there. 2 minutes to go, 7 seconds left, and his nose is bleeding.
One of the things you might not be able to see at home, if you look right over to your right of your screen, you'll see Carter Starocci just sitting there, or standing, watching his teammate Josh Barr. Kind of a cool thing to see after you lose in such heartbreaking fashion. He's still standing there cheering on his teammate, and even seen him give an autograph or two as fans come up. Back underway, under 2 minutes to go. Activity clock going to run out, and Josh Barr going to take the 1-1 lead on criteria.
Oh, nice low pick there for Sinclair to the call. Aiden Sinclair jumps into the lead, 3-1. Barr may have had the lead for 1 second before Aiden, and the timing of his low shots, he hit one of those so clean on Mike Mock. That's what really can set him apart. Now he's in on another shot. Head outside, looking to counters Josh Barr. Locked around the crotch. He's going to get it. Four offered, 2, and it's going to be 4 for Josh Barr. He strikes back. 5-3 the score as he's going to work for a gut wrench.
I would like to see a replay of that. Not sure if they were on their feet, but 4 was awarded and no challenge came in. So as it stands, Josh Barr holds the 5-3 lead, and Aiden Sinclair needs to get to 6 points in order to hold the lead.
So now for Sinclair, going to have to get to 6 points at minimum to win this match. Low-level attack for Aiden. Barr looks at the clock, which reads 35 seconds. Shot, nice re-attack. Josh Barr drops in on a double leg. He's going to get the finish. 2 more for Josh Barr. working for a gut wrench on that right side is Barr. Can he get it? Really wasting some time. "14 seconds to go." Shot by Sinclair. Barr staying at home. Sinclair gets to the leg for a second. 5 seconds to go. And attention Barr for evading. And 3 seconds to go. Sinclair gonna fire, but that is gonna do it. Josh Barr, your winner here, 92 kilograms, headed to Final X.
Impressive match there, really competitive, good showing from both wrestlers, but Josh Barr's second period scores 7 points, gets that 7-3 victory, and he's headed to Final X where he will face Trent Hidley. Really, really looking forward to that best-of-3 matchup on June 14th. Josh Barr, really great run the past year. Makes the U20 World Team, wins World Silver, NCAA runner-up as a freshman, and now makes it to Final X. And we are moving up to 97 kilos. We're going to see Hayden Zilmer take on Jay Iello. Hayden Zilmer competed up at heavyweight, made a world team a few years back, drops down to 97 kilograms, and in the finals here against Jay Iello. Iello in the blue, Zilmer in the red. We're underway here, 97 kilograms.
Collar tie for Hayden Zilmer to get this thing started at 97 kilograms. Club and underhook for Iello, can't get in.
Jay Iello currently ranked number 20 in the world at 97 kilograms. Earned that ranking off of a win over world champion Rizabek Aitmukan. And Zilmer going to get called for passivity, so he is going on the clock with 1:37 to go here in the first.
Ten seconds left on that shot clock for Zilmer. Over, under they go. And one on the board. Jay Iello into the lead. Minute to go in the first. Good pressure there from Iello. Nice and low, looking for that ankle, and Iello does a great job attacking both sides. Good counter offense as well as he gets warned for passivity, 42 to go. .15 to go. Haven't seen either wrestler really commit
to their attacks yet. And that'll do it for the first. Just the activity clock for Iello, and he holds a 1-0 lead. Zilmer's a guy, he's been on the scene for quite a bit. I believe he finished top 3 1 year in both Greco and freestyle.
Yes, that's correct. Made both national teams. Made Final X at 92 kilograms, lost to Jaden Cox in 2018, and then won at Final X in 2022 at heavyweight.
Over Nick Wisdowski.
That's right, and there's a nice shot right away from Hayden Zilmer. Head under the knee there.
Iello can be dangerous here.
He is, and I think Hayden keeping that head there is a safer position. But then again, Iello, he's been deadlifting. You can tell. Nothing,
Zilmer,
though. That's all Zilmer. Two blue offered. No.
Wow.
All right, sorry. They got to sort this out. Yeah, they're going.
I didn't think that Zilmer exposed.
I thought at no point he exposed. But if there's no brick, and now we got a caution in 1 for Iello not opening. I don't think they called this right.
Yeah, I would like to see a challenge there from the corner.
Well, now they give a caution in 1, so you don't want to challenge out of the lead and potentially put yourself behind. I just thought that was all Hayden, you know? I saw what Iello was attempting to do, but at no point did he expose. And
Zilmer looked like he floated his hips over, was able to get the exposure on Iello. And Zilmer's corner, they were really thinking about challenging, but at this point, as you mentioned, Zilmer's got the lead. Not going to challenge yourself out of the lead. So Zilmer holding that lead, trying to work on top here for a gut wrench.
And Iello really respecting the parterre offense of Zilmer, who's trying to fight hands. And they gave him a long time. And on the restarts, or on the parterre restarts, they do generally give a little more time than you would after a normal takedown. So a minute into this one, already a lot more action to start this second period. Zilmer attacked legs and was able to make something happen. Shot by Iello. And he wants 1. They're going to say grounded. White paddled by the judge.
Yeah, and if you're Zilmer, do you shoot again? Do you try to attack? You were able to score some points off there, but you also felt Iello's, how he can be dangerous from that position as well. It looks like Zilmer's got a little bit of blood.
We're going to clean that up as we've got blood time going. Still plenty of time to go here.
So cleaned up, underway. Minute 45 to go in the second period.
There's a shot again. Same shot, same position as last time. Iello once again locking through the crotch. And just going flat as a board there is Zilmer. He's like, all right, I'm not bringing my hips up, letting him lift me. Another shot, though. And Zilmer, you got to be careful going to the well too many times against Jay Iello, but now it's a re-attack there from Iello. Head outside and pulling that near ankle is Hayden Zilmer. He's in good position. And that's it. They'll stalemate that. Minute 4 to go.
Hard hand fight here with 50 seconds to go. Iello needs to find his way to 1 point.
Two on one again for Iello. Now cleared out of it. Swim attack there by Iello. Can't get in. 35 seconds to go. I think they're just going to let them wrestle this one out. No one's going on the clock. Iello's going to have to score. Low attack there. And Zilmer just going to hang, not even going to work to score. 22 to go. Can Hayden Zilmer hang on?
He's been able to hold good position up to this point. Going to need to do it for 20 more seconds.
And a level change by Iello. 10 seconds to go. He's coming as hard as he can. Over under body lock. Iello may have to send it. 4 seconds to go. Trying for it, and a go behind is going to seal it. And here comes Brandon Slay.
He is not happy. He says that call for the caution is what decided it, but regardless, Hayden Zilmer comes out on top, 5-3.
And congrats to Hayden Zilmer, your winner here, 5-3.
He is moving on to Final X, where he could potentially face Kyle Snyder, but
we don't know.
Questions remain around Snyder's eligibility, currently facing a temporary suspension, and so intrigue there whether or not there will be a match or if Hayden Zilmer will be the world team member at 97 kilos. We will find out in the coming days and weeks, as Final X is less than a month away. Great performance there by Zilmer, getting the job done in a battle. And now we're moving up to 125 kilos. We got Trent Hilger, also wrestling out of the Gopher Wrestling Club, taking on Demetrius Thomas. He's training out up at Brown. Underway here, Thomas in the red, Hilger in the blue. 125 kilo finals. Our final match, as Thomas went for head pinch, Hilger able to throw that off, and now he's going gut.
Oh, they're saying head
out of bounds is the call, and that's white pedaled all the way around. So just 2-0 Hilger. These two wrestled at the Olympic team trials, where Thomas came out on top, 11-7. Good start, though, for Hilger. A little attention given there to Thomas. Demetrius Thomas, U.S. Open runner-up, kind of a surprise finalist, beat Hayden Zilmer and fell to Wyatt Hendrickson in the finals. Of course, Hendrickson waiting in Final X for the winner of this match. And now you're going to see passivity against Thomas. Not on the clock just yet. Under a minute 20 to go now in the first period. Just that opening score, the only sequence that resulted in any points up to this part in the match. Oh, nice low-level attack for Thomas. But Hilger looking to counter, and he does. Gets the go behind. Hilger extends his lead 4-0 now. 43 seconds to go. Trent Hilger holding that 4-0 lead. Hilger, All-American out of Wisconsin. Originally out of Michigan.
Yep.
Under 15 now. And that's going to do it for the first period. Hilger only scores so far in this match 4-0, and Gopher Wrestling Club looking to put back-to-back guys into Final X. Do it for the break. Thomas getting the last seconds. Ty Walls over there in the corner.
Pair of twos for Hilger. So a couple twos for Thomas would put him in the lead. As we are now underway in the second period. 2:53 to go as we're early in. Another swing single by Trent Hilger, and he's going to add to his lead. Two more. That's smooth.
Yeah, he is looking great in this match. Trent Hilger extends his lead up to 6-0. That's the kind of match you got to, that's the kind of attack you got to take always. Thomas shoots underneath. Hilger getting those low swing singles, finishing quick. Thomas gets caught underneath, trying to use that front headlock, but they're grounded. Another attack. Thomas, he's getting underneath, getting his hands to a leg, but not getting to a lock. And now he's just stuck underneath, carrying Hilger's weight. He's gonna have to find his way to a different attack.
Another shot. That was pretty. And just like that, 6-2. And can he get a gut wrench going? That would be big if he could get a turn. It looks like no. Both these guys, like you mentioned, they're not attacking at the hip. They're getting a really nice angle on those singles and not having to fight the hip power and weight of their opponent. 1:43 to go.
.90 seconds as Thomas fires off a attack. Hilger looking to
near leg in.
Counter.
Now behind. Good position here for Trent Hilger. Can he score? He's close, and there it is. Nice job by Trent, extending his lead back to a 6-point margin. Minute 10 to go.
Yeah, Hilger in the driver's seat here, holding that 6-point lead. Thomas really needs to find some offense quickly.
Shot there by Thomas. Trying to find his way back in this one. Gets the leg for a moment, but now running behind is Trent Hilger. He's close, but can't beat the arm. At least not yet. And there he does. Two more, makes it 10-2. And now approaching that tech fall territory, 8-point lead.
There's where you're a coach. You take that clip, you show it to your wrestlers, a spin drill. He just kept moving his feet, just kept running around.
Yep.
Power of the spin drill there for Trent Hilger.
Brutal drill.
34 to go. Hilger is a takedown away from ending this match.
Shot from space, looking to run around is Hilger, 20 seconds to go. Another shot from Demetrius Thomas, time running out. Trent Hilger so close to making it to final X. Another shot, now gonna bail out here is Hilger. And that's how this one is gonna end after the takedown from Thomas. 10-4 final, Trent Hilger, Wyatt Hendrickson, final X, June 14th.
Great performance there from Trent Hilger, taking advantage of his opportunity in the finals here and taking advantage of making it to final X. Big obstacle in front of him, but huge accomplishment for Hilger. And Christian, that's going to do it for our finals.
That's a wrap. Appreciate you guys tuning in so much. We will see you June 14th at Final X. For John Kozak, I'm Christian Piles. We will see you next time.